In September 2014, I decided to ride out of California on my own. I don't do a lot of solo rides. I'm usually in a group. I love the social nature of it, but I wanted to store my motorcycle in San Francisco for the winter so I could do rides all throughout the winter. So I'm having a great ride on my own. And I get into Northern California. It's around 11 a.m. In the morning, and I'm just on this great highway, Highway 96. It's just, there's this kind of nice, gentle river along the side, and there's the mountains to your right. Perfect temperature, just cruising along on gentle curves. Then I see a deer running out of the riverbed to the left of me, and I'm just laser focused on it, which is not what you want to do. You look where you want to go. So the longer I look at that deer, the more likely I'm going to get hit it. Then my brain comes online real quick saying, hey, stop looking. You can't look at this thing. So I look away and I get right off the throttle. Then I'm not hitting the brakes. I know that's not the right thing to do either. And then I also remember, or I think I do, that I added throttle. Because when in doubt, throttle out. Not crazy throttle, just a little bit to maintain stability on your motorcycle. So I just added a bit and carried on and just kind of pretended that the deer did not exist. It existed because it crossed right in front of me and I hit it fairly direct on. It hit more of the right side of the front of my bike. And I don't really remember how much it shook my bike and myself. I just knew I was still on it. But there was nothing going on in my head. It's just, I'm riding, I hit something, then my brain comes online, I'm like, you're still riding, and I just kind of carried on around the corner, and then I just drifted over to the side of the road to collect myself. So I don't remember exactly what happened, but I stayed up. And that little bit of throttle momentum was enough to get me through the weight of that medium-sized deer. And I was pretty freaked out. And I got off the motorcycle and just wanted to check damage on my motorcycle. And I had a little bit of damage. So the fairings were cracked here. And I actually had deer hair in my front tire as well, which I kind of found funny at the time. I guess that's how we deal with risk. And so I was appreciating the situation a bit more and how lucky I was. But I was also quite scared to get back on the bike. So what happens? What does our brain do there? Well, what happened to me was I had a moment of panic, looked at it, hit the brakes. I had my reaction to look away and add a bit of acceleration. I absolutely hit it. I was still riding. I pulled over and assessed. I had some broken plastics, but not bad. It took me a little while to kind of collect myself and get back on the bike because I'm basically in the middle of nowhere and I'm not going to give up there. I could, certainly wasn't the right mindset. But I said to myself, hey, let's just ride to the next gas station and we'll call it there. And so that's what I did. And I kind of celebrated the fact that I survived this. I was also kind of focused on my arrival at the gas station. Just make it there, make a decision. And I was just grateful at the situation as well. Like that could have gone very differently. But I didn't want to give up. I did make it to the gas station. Felt a little bit better, drink of water. Certainly did not have any coffee. And I said, okay, I'll make it to the next town. See how I feel. I'll just grab a hotel then. Made it to the next town, feeling a bit better, had a little snack, and then I carried on and I made it to my destination that night. So I was incredibly lucky, very happy I made it. I mean, the damage my bike suffered was pretty minor. I did have to tape up my fairings as all the clips on the inside were broken and a bit of a mess, but that is a ideal situation given what I was faced with. So by appreciating the situation I was in and just gathering myself and getting going and just kind of, hey, I'll make it to the gas station, see how I feel. Like just little baby steps to get back into it, not giving up. I got to do my winter rides in San Francisco. And if you've been to California, you know it's a phenomenal place to ride. If you've ever had the joy of riding a motorcycle in December, January, and February, that's pretty cool too. Maybe you're watching this and it's just year-round riding for you. Well, you're lucky, because where I live, I did not get to ride in the winter, and so it was great to do that.